Dean Ambrose is officially leaving WWE in April. This is not clickbait. This is 100% real. I have the sources in the description below for anyone who wants further information on it. I heard about this story, and I did hear details of this, but as you guys know, I'll only report something if it's 100% true. WWE have officially made a statement currently right now, and it as follows. So, pretty much, this is what they said. Dean Ambrose, Jonathan Good, will not be renewing his contract with WWE when it expires in April. We gratefully and appreciate all of Dean has done in WWE and our fans. We wish him well and hope one day Dean will return to the WWE. So pretty much, I can kind of provide you the details that I got yesterday. What happened was Dean Ambrose, informed WWE, outright just said, listen, Vince, I'm not renewing my contract, and that's just the way it is. Obviously, they were trying to negotiate some type of, like, extra money. Dean said, it's not about the money, I don't want anything to do with the money, I want to change stuff creatively. So, it's very similar, it's more of a civil version of the CM Punk situation, where, while CM Punk just fucked off and left, Dean is actually obligating his contract. Dean hasn't been happy for a while now, in regards to his, creative standpoint, the way his character is, etc, etc. Dean wanted to go down a different route, but WWE won't allow it. Dean Ambrose, obviously a former WWE champion, has done, for a short period of time, he's done a good bit in WWE. Obviously a main player in the Shield. Obviously, you know, in singles competition. But for the most part, I hate to say it, but he's just been there. Some people are saying that he's lazy, like Dean Ambrose is lazy, he's this, he's that, he's the other, oh, he's that. I will say this, the turning point for me for Dean Ambrose was, and this is just from my perspective, I was a massive Dean Ambrose fan, and I still am to a certain degree. But this was during the time when he was WWE Champion. And I thought, as soon as he's WWE Champion, he's going to do different things. We'll see how it goes. He didn't really do that. He just kept doing the same Looney Tune stuff. Like, the whole kind of, like, hiding his title in the taxi. Dressing up like a Canadian cop. You know, as a face, like, he was it's crazy thing is, like, most of his solo run was actually as a face, but, and then they turned him heel, and I thought, yeah, we're gonna get the badass Dean Ambrose that we seen, you know, and it wasn't, it was never meant to be. He was wearing some Bane coat, and these people are smelly, and it was just, it was really bad, and I can't blame Dean. Listen, it's clearly not about the money. Dean clearly is leaving over creative differences. He's probably gonna get that sweet All Elite Wrestling money. I wouldn't surprise me. So listen, guys, I'm gonna be honest. It really wouldn't surprise me if he goes to All Elite Wrestling now. Some people are saying, oh, is he going to New Japan? All Elite Wrestling is usually the best place to go now. And I'm not just saying it's the best place, like, I'm not smart, but I'm just saying in terms of money-wise, you know, and I know it's not about the money, but money-wise, it makes sense going to All Elite Wrestling, because obviously the owner of that is, like, a fucking billionaire, like, has way more money than Vince at this point. And obviously he'll have more creative control. Obviously, it's been run by Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks, so they're obviously going to have something for him there. That's what I think. I think Dean was kind of torn, and I think he looked to see what he was doing in a creative standpoint in regards to WWE. Seeing that it wasn't going anywhere when he turned heel, I think behind the scenes he's been offered by Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks, and he's just said, you know what, I'm out of here. That's why he was eliminated so fast in the Royal Rumble, because usually Dean does quite well. Like, he doesn't win it, but usually he does quite well in the Royal Rumble. But honestly, I do feel bad, but at the same time, though, he's probably going to go to All Elite Wrestling, get a good paycheck, We'll see how that thing goes. And I'm sure I'll be back. I don't think it's going to be an incident of CM Punk where he's just going to bash the WWE constantly. It wouldn't surprise me he does a good few shoot interviews. That would be interesting. The real change that came for me was the cast. Because Stone Cold was like, come on, bring it to me, bring it to me. And Dean looked shooken a wee bit during that interview. And that's when I was like, okay. Like, he's a very laid back dude. Like, he's very laid back. You know, obviously is Renee Young is still there. And some people are saying, oh, they're gonna screw Renee Young out. No, they're not. WWE aren't in really, like, listen, I know I've been saying about, oh, let's not get excited about AEW, but Vince, especially with the talent right now, has to be very careful. He can't burn any more bridges. The days of WWE burning bridges is over. What WWE need to do is structure them and make the talent happy, okay? Because, yeah, AEW at this point isn't a threat. However, if they carry on, like, if they do what they did with CM Punk, then fuck it, people could leave WWE, especially because there's money in this, you know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see kind of stars in WWE, what's their contract once it expires. Is Cody Rhodes going to be throwing them some of that money? Because at the end of the day, they've got freedom. They're going to be paid. It's not going to be like TNA where they don't get paid. They're going to get paid. And they don't really need to travel as much. So, to a wrestler, to a mid-card or higher mid-card wrestler, even like Dolph Ziggler, for example, this kind of offer from AEW is interesting. Now, some people are just saying, oh, he's not happy with WWE, but they're just clean cut. I like to do the research as much as possible, and what I've seen is that we might be now seeing a trend of wrestlers leaving the WWE, which means that WWE might now give some of their wrestlers more creative opening. They might give them some creative opening. Dean, I don't think, had a problem with Vince and Triple H. I think he has a problem with the creative team in WWE. The creative team really didn't, like, they just had Dean there. They weren't really writing him well. Like, some of the promos and stuff. He was excellent in the Shield, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. And, you know, it looks like Dean's probably going to lose at WrestleMania. He's not going to walk away as a champion or anything like that. You're not going to get any of that. He's probably going to be buried until April. So, I know Jack Harvey's a massive Dean Ambrose fan, so, because I know he is a big Dean Ambrose fan. I'm sure he'll be disappointed. There's a few Dean Ambrose fans that are quite upset, but at the end of the day, Dean's probably gonna be going to a good place right now, which is probably AEW. He might be traveling independent in between while AEW's getting in, kind of some deals. He's probably gonna, he's gonna do well. He's gonna do well. The guy's gonna do very well. So, it's not really upsetting. It's like, you know, at the end of the day, don't be surprised if we start seeing a lot of stars drop out, especially if you're throwing money to these wrestlers that way. So, that's all I gotta say. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. Again, guys, sources in the description below. Go to WWE's Twitter. They officially made the statement 20 minutes ago. So, this is General Jerry on the General Jerry channel, signing out.